Hey, what's up, AP World? We have a video for you today on the election of 1960, one of the closest elections in United States history between JFK and Richard Nixon. So let's cover some key ideas before the election. Well, the Cold War is in full effect with the Soviet Union, and just a little while before the election, there was the U-2 spy plane incident. This is from 1960, in which the Soviet Union shoots down a U.S. U-2 spy plane piloted by Francis Gary Powers, and this drastically increases tensions between the two sides. We have in the 1950s a series of civil rights events, including the desegregation of schools, which was made possible by the Supreme Court case Brown versus the Board of Education. And we also have the Montgomery bus boycott. For detailed info on this, check out my video in the description below titled Civil Rights in the 1950s. All right, let's go to the candidates. We have John F. Kennedy, who was a Democrat. He was a World War II hero. He was aboard a ship, the PT-109, a very popular type of ship. He was a senator who helped choose the 5 greatest senators ever in either 1954 or 1955, and he chose Henry Clay. And he's not going anywhere, guys. Who honestly thought I could incorporate Henry Clay into the election of 1960 video? I just did. He was also the first Catholic to run for president since this guy, Al Smith, did in 1928, and JFK is the first Catholic ever elected president and still the only one. His opponent in the 1960 election was Richard Nixon, the Republican who was the vice president under Dwight Eisenhower. He was also famous for being a former senator and a huge anti-communist, and he was an important member of HUAC, or the House Committee of Un-American Activities. Want more info on that? Check out my video on the Second Red Scare. All right, let's talk about the campaign. This is a very close campaign throughout the entire time. There is a series of 4 televised debates that occurred between September 26th and October 24th of 1960. This was the first presidential debates that were ever televised on TV. Now, if you were watching TV, you would have most likely given the edge to Kennedy, and his charisma and youth helped those watching believe that he won the debate. However, if you're listening on the radio, chances are you would have said that Nixon won the debate. And from this moment forward, TV debates have played a huge role in presidential election history. All right, the results and impact. Well, let's take a look at this map. Notice that there are 15 electoral votes given to Byrd. These 15 electorates gave their votes to Byrd. They essentially threw their votes away during this time. Kennedy wins one of the closest elections in history. There's about 100,000 vote difference between the two, so very, very, very small percentage. And he gives his famous inauguration speech in which he says, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." And here he is giving his inauguration speech. And let's take a look to his left, our right. We have LBJ, his vice president there. First time ever that 2 senators became the president and vice president. Only one other time has that happened, you know? Barack Obama and Joe Biden. And he called for a struggle against the common enemies of man: tyranny, poverty, disease, and war. And he also alluded to something called the New Frontier in his Democratic acceptance speech, in which he called for individuals to accept and achieve greatness, especially in science, space, and eliminating prejudice. All right, that's everything you need to know about the election of 1960. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the link below. Also, check out all the other elections I've done in United States history. And if you would like a PowerPoint for this video, please follow the link in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day, guys.